Hi there. We were going over question 5 and I got sidetracked to talk about the formula for work. Work is force times distance. In any simple machine, the work for the input always equals the amount of work for the output. So for example, we're pushing, so we're inputting the force here. So what's the amount of work? The amount of work is the force, which on this side of the lever is 10 newtons, applied by the distance that we move that force. And so it doesn't tell us here what the distance is that the lever goes down or comes up on each side, but I know that the MA of this is 2. And so if this comes up 1 meter, I must push with 2 meters. Because work on this side, the input, has to equal the work on this side. So let's look at this. Let's pretend it was 2 meters. What's the amount of work? 10 newtons times 2 meters. The amount of work is force times distance. And so that would be 20 joules. Let's look at this side. The box is 20 newtons. Okay, this is the output side, and it comes up 1 meter. So what's the amount of work? Work is force times distance. So 20 newtons times 1 meter, 20 joules. So on any simple machine, input work equals output. So let's look at this question. Suppose movers have to exert a force of 1,000 newtons to push the box 4 meters up the ramp. So here's the ramp, 4 meters. They're pushing the box with a 1,000 Newton force. So what's the amount of work here? Well, the box is going to go 4 meters. So work is force times distance. The force is 1,000 newtons over the slope, which is 4 meters, and that is 4,000 joules. So that's the work here. However, if we just take the box and we lift it to the top of the ramp, work on this side is force times distance. It has to be the same, which would be 4,000 joules. So it's saying how much force would it take to lift the box 1 meter up the top without using the ramp? Well, force times distance on one side of the ramp equals the force times the distance on the other. So if 1,000 newtons times 4 meters equals so many newtons times 1 meter. So let's simplify this. This is 4,000. So it must be 4,000 newtons. This box by itself is 4,000 newtons. Quickly then, suggest 2 ways that you could alter a class 1 lever in order to decrease the amount of effort that is needed. Class 1 lever looks like this. Here's the box. This is where we push. So this is the load arm, and this is, or the effort arm, sorry, and this is the load. So this is the load arm. So we can make the formula for the MA. The bigger the MA, the easier it is. So length of effort arm, which is here, divided by load arm. So you can make this really long or big, or make this really small, and that will make the lever have a higher MA. So make this number bigger, so lengthen the force arm or shorten the load arm. What's the purpose of a single fixed pulley? So a single fixed pulley is right there. We loop the rope over, put the box, and we pull down. It has an MA of 1, so it's not helping us reduce the force. So what's the purpose? To transfer the direction of the force. Part 4 coming up next.